Hello, hello, my friends, and welcome back to another moon ceremony. Oh my gosh, I was just reflecting as I was eating dinner that it felt like it had literally been like a year since I'd done one of these. And I feel like that is, fitting for the times because we're in this time period known as Twixmas or Feral Week, which is between like the Christmas holidays and New Year's when it's just kind of a free for all. So let me know how you're feeling in the chat if you're here live or if you're watching the replay. Do you feel this like Twixmas in between energy? How is that doing for you? Because it's just this sort of liminal, floaty feeling, I guess, is the best way to describe it. So, love to know how you're doing. Just in case this is your first time stumbling across me, I'm Safrianna Lughna, the Queer Spirit Guide, and I have been doing these moon ceremonies for quite a while now. And it's just been such a nourishing experience for me and for everyone that has tuned in. So this is my heart offering to the world. I love doing these moon ceremonies. I am just like a moon lady, I guess. I really love this beautiful, gentle energy that's here with us all this time. This lunar energy that we can tune into. Grandmother Moon, always above us, always going through her phases and transitioning through life and reflecting back to us some of our own journey through shadow and light. So these are just so special to me. We use the same format every single time. I'm going to do a little bit of an energy update. We will set some intentions. I will drop some intention setting statements in the chat. Then I will do an energy clearing for us, followed by a guided visualization or meditation. And then I'll pull some cards for the collective, not individual readings, just a general reading for all of us. So let's dive in. This is our new moon in Capricorn, and this is a black moon. I just heard of this, which makes sense because it's not a thing that happens all the time. It's like a blue moon, but instead of being the second full moon in a month or in a season, it is the second new moon in a month. And so we did just have two other moon ceremonies this month, which is part of why it's extra wild that it feels like it's been a while, hence the liminal space. But this black moon, times made up. We've all come up with these human agreed calendars and systems. So by human months, this is the second new moon in the month, the second dark moon in the month. And again, times made up. We made those constraints up. But because we operate under those collective assumptions together with dates and months and such, I think it's really interesting to look at the symbolism. So this is like a second chance before the year ends for us to really look at our shadows and kind of figure out what we're bringing to the light with us into 2025 and also what we're leaving behind. So I just want to plant that seed. Hi, Mary. So good to see you. So, as you're sitting here in this space, as I'm alive here right now, it is the 30th. We are in this Capricorn new moon energy, and we're literally getting ready to transition into the new year. This time for us collectively is that time of rebirth and transitions. It's also winter time for us here on the northern hemisphere. So we just had solstice, and that represents a return of the light. So as we sit in this sort of liminal space right now here in this dark moon, this black moon, symbolically, what are you feeling really excited to let go of, to kind of have a clean slate with? What are you excited to release and to call in? All of that is here for you now. This new moon in Capricorn is really inviting us to look at our dreams, what it means for us to be free and have that sense of freedom, and to really remind us that the journey ahead matters. Capricorn is a prioritizing energy. It is an energy of responsibility, of structure, and of long-term goals. But there's another energy that's coming through here now, which is this energy of sincerity and like, what do I really want? What do I sincerely want for myself as I move into this next chapter? What is my soul really yearning for? So those are the invitations that are on my heart. I'm super excited. This is the first new moon of the 13 moon phase. So I am cracking open my new moon journal. Super exciting. So I'm going to invite you to set some intentions here now and jot them in your own notebook about how you want to use this energy. So maybe you think about, in the coming weeks, I'm ready to sincerely step into doing this, or I'm choosing to prioritize this. Like those would all be appropriate energies here right now. But whatever feels right for you, just an invitation to write down your intentions. And I'm going to jot this down in my own notebook. So bear with me for some moments of silence as we write down our intentions. And again, a great sentence starter here would be like, I will take responsibility for. That would be a really appropriate one to this time. So for me, I'm really moving towards prioritizing my writing and taking responsibility for that writing success. It's up to me to do the writing. So my intention is I will take responsibility for my writing goals and dreams. There's no pressure to ever share, but if you ever do want to share, you are more than welcome to do so. Some people send me DMs, some people pop it right in the chat. No right or wrong. So as we're continuing to set some intentions, I'm going to get my smoke cleansing bundle ready to roll here for some cleanse by fire. As we start to set our intentions, we might begin to notice, I noticed, all of the excuses or the stories that are coming in of why we can't meet that goal or why that intention is going to struggle to come to fruition. So as those things come right up, as we're setting the intentions, I like to go ahead and just get right on clearing them. These little blips, as I call them, are just your limiting stories. You're stuck in sticky places where maybe you still have some shadow to heal or to bring to the light. Maybe it's just an old, outdated story that you just need to let go of. You need to accept, oh yeah, this isn't for me anymore. I can let it go. Maybe you just need to acknowledge that it's here. You're not quite ready to let it go, but you can see it. You can acknowledge it for being that inner voice that's maybe getting in the way of this particular intention or goal. So just breathing in here as you inhale, calling yourself back home. As you exhale, releasing anything that does not belong to you, that is not you. Releasing, releasing, releasing whatever burdens we can so that we don't have to carry them into this new year, don't have to carry them into this cycle ahead. Any bits of not enough, letting them go. Any need to rush, letting that go. Any fear that you should or must hold yourself back, letting that go. Just letting go of whatever beliefs you can here and now that you acknowledge are just stories. Limiting stories. Just little nagging voices. And if there's any resistance, maybe just connecting with that part of you that's telling the story. Just offer them love. Love that inner voice that's struggling. Love that part of you that doesn't believe you can meet your goal. What's possible if you can love that part of you, right? Just releasing, releasing, releasing here. Maybe physically dropping the shoulders away from the ears, allowing the jaw to be soft. Your dreams, your freedom, and the journey ahead matter. You get to prioritize your energy, your responsibilities, your genuine, You signed up for them. You want to be a part of them. Responsibilities, the things you really agreed to, the structure that supports you, you get to have that. And you get to move towards your long-term goals. So we're going to move right into a guided visualization. And before we do so, I always like to say that for this, you can receive whatever comes through however you want. If you want to have your eyes open and just listen, you want to journal, you want to draw, you want to get up and dance, you get to do whatever you want to do. But to receive this information the way is authentic for you. And I always like to say, I have aphantasia, which means I have mind's blindness. So even though I say it's a guided visualization or meditation, you might not see anything in your mind, and that's okay. You might hear words or get a sense or sensation, colors. Whatever comes through for you is totally right for you. So let's drop in. So whether you choose to keep your eyes opened or closed, just beginning to tune into the breath here. Just taking a moment to be in your body. Allow the breath to flow into your body, filling you up. And just take a moment to acknowledge your physicality, this body temple, this vessel. And maybe a moment of gratitude, just maybe even making contact with your body gently for a moment. Gratitude for being here and for the experience that you can have in being here. And then just consciously letting the body go. Coming up to the thinking mind, noticing the thoughts running through the brain or whatever else your mind's eye or inner ear bring to you. For me, it's a nonstop radio show. Maybe for you, it's moving pictures, sensations, just noticing the quality of the mind here and now. And then we're going to sink. We're going to sink like a stone down into the heart space, moving away from the thinking mind, letting that be, dropping down into the heart space, and beginning to open some energy there by just calling in a loving moment, something that makes you feel joyful or tunes you into the sensation of unconditional love. And if nothing immediate comes to mind, you might imagine that you are snuggling with your favorite animal or just in a beautiful nature scene. Just whatever brings a wash of peace and ease to you here and now. And breathe that in. And we'll allow this unconditional loving energy to begin to open a portal in the heart. And this portal, you notice immediately how dark it is on the other side, but you know that it is outside in nature because you can see the sky overhead. So as you feel ready, you'll step through this portal in the heart into this dark nighttime nature scene. Taking some moments to land in this space, noticing it is the dark moon face. You can't quite make out exactly where grandmother moon is. At least not right away. As you look around, you can see, however, that the canopy of stars is the brightest you've ever seen it. There's no light pollution here, just perfect backdrop of black, the stars glittering like diamonds. Because the moon's face is turned to her shadow side, you have all the more opportunity to take in the majesty of the whole night sky. So you might take some moments again to orient to this space and find a place where you might comfortably sit down or lay and look up at the stars. It's perfectly comfortable. You are perfectly warm or cool to your satisfaction. And you have whatever you need to make a cozy rest nest and curl up to look at the stars. And as you set up this space, you begin to notice the presence of some guides, perhaps angels, ancestors, or guardians, those on your guide team, an animal guide, an elemental. Just notice who's here to support you, to energetically lift you up as you make this cozy space to look at the stars. There may not even be names or faces. It might just be a sense that you are being supported by the universe, that you're here at this space and time for a reason, and that you have the power of choice. So just taking some moments to connect with any guides that have appeared, perhaps acknowledging them, or just flowing out gratitude for whoever wants to support you. And then settling down and turning your gaze upward to the canopy of stars. And just noticing maybe some familiar constellations if you are a stargazer. But noticing too newness, things you've never seen before, connections you never knew were possible. And as you are here, perfectly comfortable, completely held by Mother Earth in your little rest nest, surrounded by the energy of the universe, of your guides, you look up at the sky and see pictures or get flashes of inspiration in the constellations, beacons of hope, symbols of what you're calling into your life, what is written in your stars. Take some moments to see the gifts that are here for you, the joys that are to come. See the possibilities of what is here for you as you enter this next cycle. Just allow. Let pleasant dreams bob to the surface, arising in patterns in the stars, to show you what you want to call in, what you want to welcome as you move forward. Taking some moments here to breathe and be with whatever arises. What are you making room for? And what are you leaving behind to make room for what you are calling in? Breathing, noticing, allowing the stars to shapeshift and transform, to show you, to whisper to you, to give you the messages that you need to hear And just breathe and be. And there is this sense of elemental power here, of earth, of air, of fire and water, the ether of the stars. Wherever you are, you know that you are supported by the powers of these elements, of your connection to your body, to your spirit, to your mind, your emotions, and to your community. You are connected, just as the inky black of the sky seems to connect all of the constellations, all of the stars overhead. You are connected to Mother Earth, to your community, and to yourself. And here and now, I invite you to know on the deepest level that you are connected to an unseen version of yourself, whether you choose to call that the self with a capital S, your higher self, your shadow self, your multidimensional being, whatever it is, that you are connected to more of you than you can contain here in your body. To know that just like the sky is a blueprint, a map of the universe, you have a beautiful map within you, something that you have created for yourself to guide you forward. Know that. Know that you are co creating with this unseen part of yourself and with the universe. How can you be even more of a team player? How can you really show up for yourself? How can you assist yourself in moving towards your goals and dreams with purpose, with conviction, with strength, being responsible for your own soul aligned success? Breathing, receiving now any other messages, any other images from your guides, from the stars themselves that wish to reveal themselves here and now. Just listening. What do you need to know, to hear, to see? And then just taking a moment to lay here, to let go of all thoughts, any judgments, any fear, any doubt. Just let go of any distraction here and simply look at and admire the stars. Sense yourself cozy in your nest, surrounded by support, love, care, just seeing the beauty, appreciating Mother Earth and Grandmother Moon, appreciating this energy, this support. Maybe taking some moments to offer gratitude to any particular guides that appeared or to that unseen self. And then in your own time and way, reorienting yourself to that portal and beginning to step back through, taking with you any images, messages gained from this experience as you reorient back fully into the body, taking some nice breaths, wiggling the fingers and toes, Maybe stretching if the eyes are still closed, just blinking them open. And either way, just taking some moments to look around your space. Hmm. Oh, blink, blink. That was quite majestic. Oh, I love that Astra came in to be present for ceremony. How sweet. Astra's a little black cat. Oh, so just take some moments to jot down anything that came through. Brigitte, when you come back, I'm sending you big love. Um, yeah, just take a moment to jot down anything that particularly came through for you. And I'm going to jot mine down and then I'm going to pull some cards. So, just what came through for you? What were your messages? Did any guides come through? Take some moments. Okay. All right. I've got what I did. Oh, Salem joined as well. I love that there's a squad of black cats behind the scenes. Yes, there's another one in this room too. We've just got all the cats. I'm so here for it. Mm. So, um, tonight I'm pulling from the Divine Masters deck by Kyle Gray. As I was tuning into what deck wanted to come out for us tonight, the Divine Masters jumped out. They were like, it's a new year transition, right? Which we humans love. We love these fun time games that we play where we put dates and months and stuff on things. And it's just a fun time to tune into new energy, to maybe think about what's next. And I do want to say on this note, I am very much not here for like the new year, new me. I'm going to put a really specific goal out there that I'm going to work out 5 times a week and I'm going to do that. And like, no, I'm so not here for that. It's so not good for our mental health to like put these perfectionistic standards on ourselves and set really like strict goals. Instead, think about this as, especially if you're in the northern hemisphere and you're following along with the same exact identical symbolism as me right now, right? Like this, we're in winter and we're moving back towards the light. The light is growing. It's not spring yet. So we want to really be thinking about what seeds am I planting? Where am I moving next? And that's what I want you to be thinking about is what seeds am I planting? What energies am I calling in more of? What do I want to work with? Yeah, I totally agree, Red. Like it's toxic, right? When we're like trying to be super rigid with ourselves. The moon isn't rigid, right? Like that's why I love working with her because she shows us this phases in and out, light and shadow, the dance of the light and the shadow. So these guides, yes, what am I nourishing? What am I allowing to be nourished in the deep roots right now? The roots really deepen during the winter. So what am I really rooting into? What am I pruning away? And these divine masters are who would like to work with us in this time of transition as we're really moving towards what is new. Okay. How many more? Yes. Okay. So we've got 4 divine masters that want to work with us. We have, of course, I pulled a name that I'm going to struggle with. Vajra Yogini. Vajra Yogini. This divine master is here to really teach us to rise above the fear. Love these fiery colors. Love this third eye, right? She is bringing this energy up so that we can make ourselves bigger, make ourselves better. In By better, what I mean here is more expressed, more vibrant, more alive, more true to ourselves. And this comes by us facing our fears. I know so many of us are facing down fears right now. And it's time for us to look at them, confront them, be with them. And she is here to help. So if you feel called to work with her, you can look her up. Next, we have Hathor, light activation. Hathor is here to call us into deeper love. Hathor always brings up a very maternal energy for me, but in like this golden light of possibility, of energy, of just like nourishing ourselves in the light. Really, this golden light bath is what's coming through for her. So she's about accelerating our brilliance and activating ourselves into our next level. So she's all about standing in our light. I love her ears, by the way. Standing in our light, shining our light, basking in the golden light of the cosmos, of the heavens, of your guides, of whatever calls to you. She is here. So if you feel called to work with Hathor in this coming year or this moon phase, she is here. Next, we have, green Tara. Beautiful. So I'm noticing just this theme of light. So first of all, Vajrayogini's just got this like bright, vibrant light. Hathor's literally light activation. Green Tara is the healing light and this beautiful earth energy. She gives me earth and water energy, but just the nourishment of the deep earth. And this is about stepping into our next level of wellness. So there was a question with this new moon in Capricorn, which is how can you invest your time and energy to fulfill what your soul really needs? And I feel like Green Tara is really here to support that. Yeah, Green Tara absolutely can be seen as like an avatar of Mother Earth herself or that energy as well. So, really working with the healing light of the earth, basking in green light. This co-creation energy definitely big here, but that it's about your wellness. It's about really stepping into that what lights you up, that nourishes you from the top up and the the top down, like literally on all levels, this deep, deep nourishment of your light and the light that is supported here by Mother Earth. And then finally, we have Hanuman, devoted warrior. So the message that I immediately got as soon as I just flipped this card over is that we need to be devoted to the cause of love that we are here to be, that we need to be devoted to the cause of love, of making conditions better for ourselves and for others. When we truly focus on meeting our needs holistically, the body, the spirit, the emotions, the mind, the community, right? We are deeply nourished on all of those levels. It can't help but ripple out into everyone else and support them, support them, support them. So the more that we actually support ourselves, this is not billionaires out there that are not using their resources to help others because they're not really resourced in this community, mind, body, spirit, soul, like, alignment way. They have lost the real alignment. They're not really taking good care of themselves, right? Real self-care comes from being devoted to ourselves first so that we know we can fully support others. And we're all here to support others and be in community. So it's high time that we really support ourselves. And that was this message was like, be devoted to your mission. And to do that, you need to be devoted to yourself. The actual print on the card says, let God's love hold you in strength. And it's this deeply nourish yourself from that soul level so you can do what you're here to do. So the message is here as I look at this. First of all, I just love this when we look at these side by side because we've got red, we've got yellow, we've got green, and blue in this, and just getting all the elemental feels here. But the story here is really one of overcoming our fears to step more and more into our light, to support the earth and each other, and be devoted to our cause. And I think that 2025 is going to be the year of the collective really having a reckoning with what it means to take care of ourselves and each other and to move away from us versus them mentality. That is my high hope. So I see that in these, that if we can transcend that fear and activate the light, bring the healing through, and be devoted to holding love and strength, we can literally do anything we set our minds to. So we're together, we're a community. If you are here in my circle, I am so grateful to have you here as a part of my community. And if you've been following along, I have been at this now for well over a year doing these moon ceremonies regularly. I will be continuing them in 2025. So if you are like, I want to make sure that I am not missing any of these calls, I want to be on live, or I want to make sure I get the replay, don't hesitate to sign up at safrianna.com/moon, and you will get those email notifications a week, 3 days and the day of, to remind you that we will be going live. So that is here. And I just love that we are creating this little community, that there are so many regular people and names popping up, and that I get to connect with you here in ceremony and elsewhere outside. I am literally just a moment away. If you ever want to join the Discord and be a part of our active community, I am here to support. What I do want to say is, for those of you connected in the community, I'm not super active on Facebook. So if you want to reach out, don't prioritize Messenger trying to get in touch with me. Come on over into the Discord, send a email, or say hi elsewhere, because Facebook is definitely my lowest engagement platform in terms of where I show up. So I love you all. Thank you so much for being a part of these moon ceremonies over 2024 and making them a success. This was the first year I started taking donations. Thank you absolutely to everyone who has donated and cheered me on in doing this. If you have the means and desire to do so, you can donate at safrianna.com/donate. And otherwise, these are here for you for free. Again, are my heart offering into the world. And I am just so glad to be able to keep doing this and supporting you all in spirit, in mind, body, spirit, all of the above, in our emotional alchemy of this shadow light dance that we are in collectively. So I love you. I'm cheering you on. Message me if you need anything. Otherwise, I hope that you have a beautiful new year. And I will be back on Monday, January 13th at 6 p.m. Eastern for our full moon in Cancer. All right. Until next time, I'm Safrianna Luna, the Queer Spirit Guide, and I love you all fiercely. Bye for now.